What's up guys? Today I'm going to do a Q&A. So this is kind of like the first Q&A I've ever done because we've had so many new subscribers join and a lot of you have been asking me some questions throughout all of my past videos. I thought it'd be nice if I dedicated a video where you guys could ask me questions. When I announced I was going to do a Q&A, I was really nervous because I didn't think anyone would ask any questions. So it's been really nice that lots of you have been asking questions, especially on Instagram and also on the YouTube videos. I've kind of just picked them at random. Let's go. The first question is, why did I start working out? So honestly, I probably started working out for the wrong reasons. I think I started working out because I just wanted to be as skinny as possible, and burning as many calories by working out every single day was kind of a way to do that. But it's definitely shifted over the years, and I feel like now I train 6 days a week because that amount of training helps me achieve what I want to in terms of my own fitness goals, but also because I really enjoy it. An MG27 asked me, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned when it comes to fitness? That I've learned, not even in fitness, but just in general, is that progress takes time. So much time, maybe not even months, but years. And I think it's good that it's slow because it really like tests everything about you and your patience. And many of you actually have asked me, do I track macros? Yes, I do track macros. I used to be a lot stricter than I am now, but I do track macros, and a lot of you have also asked me what I track macros with. So I use MyFitnessPal, but there are other ones out there. That's just kind of like the first one that was around when I started tracking macros, so I just stuck with it. Also get asked a lot like how I came up with my macros. For that I use macronutrientcalculator.com. I like that one because I feel like it doesn't really underestimate calories, but all I'd say is be open, very open to being able to change them around after like experimenting for 4 to 6 weeks. So it's just about knowing what your body responds to better, because we're all so different. So use macronutrient calculator as an estimate, but then play around with it. Don't be afraid to like gain a little bit of weight. If you do, that's a good thing. It means that those macros might not be working for you. And just experiment, always experiment. Give yourself time. You're not gonna find the perfect macros or calories in like the first click that you do off this website. Like, it's not gonna happen. I worked mine out through trial and error. Like, I've put on weight, I've lost too much weight, and I just tweak it until I find something that really works for me. So yeah, I guess that's kind of like how I would calculate my macros, or suggest to calculate your macros. Try not to let it dictate how you feel. I definitely did when I started tracking my macros, and I have slowly let go of that, and I'm like, no, like if I go over, I've gone over. It's not like the end of the world, you know? So yeah. Claire Allen said, how do I manage to stay full and prevent snacking? Good question, Claire. Two things really. I'd say the first one is eating whole foods, so foods that aren't that processed, and also eating enough. Having said that, snacking isn't necessarily a bad thing. It really depends who you are. If you prefer to have smaller meals and then 2 snacks during the day, again, that's perfectly fine. Maria said, what is my opinion about protein powder and BCAAs? And actually I'm going to tie this in with other supplement questions that you guys have asked me. Honestly, I don't take supplements. I don't feel like I need supplements. I feel like I get everything from my diet, and when I say supplements, I mean across the board. Like, I don't take vitamins, I don't take pre-workout, I don't take BCAAs. I do take protein powder, but it really is just to top up if I'm running a bit low in the day. I think it's important to prioritize what you eat every single day rather than relying on supplements. And like, personally, I haven't really I have tried BCAAs, but they haven't really made a difference. I don't feel like I recover any less without using BCAAs, and I don't feel like I have like a buzz when I have pre-workout either. I don't drink coffee or caffeine, so yeah, I kind of just, I feel fine with the diet that I'm on. Not So Fancy, who's so lovely, she comments on lots of my Instagram posts and YouTube videos, thank you so much, asked, how do you work your way up to higher calories when you're used to eating low calories? I've been asked this quite a lot because I think a lot of people maybe are realizing that they're maybe on like low calories, and I always encourage to eat a little bit more because I prioritize training. So I actually think that because this has been like a regular thing about metabolism and about increasing your calories, how many calories to eat, etc., I'm going to do a video kind of dedicated to this because I think it's a really important topic to address, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to give it enough time if I was just going to answer it in this Q&A. Okay, so what did I study? Well, I went to university in Warwick after I left school, and I did biochemistry, and then I went straight to UCL to do a PhD in biophysics, and then like 6 months later I went to this Banff Film Festival, and if you guys don't know about it, it's a film festival where adventurers and filmmakers make short films and like feed them to this film festival, the Banff Film Festival. And this one was all about adventuring by the mountains, or like mountain stuff. And I remember sitting there, and it was incredible, moving stories of people, like people's relationships with the outdoors and doing incredible activities, like skiing down some like slopes in Patagonia or whatever, and it just brought it home. Well, for some reason, and I know these messages go up around you all the time, but it just resonated with me so much that our time is very short. And I was just sat there, and the thought dawned on me was, did I actually enjoy what I was doing, or was I doing my PhD just because, oh, I'm doing a PhD, it's gonna look great, you know, you're gonna have a doctor at the start of your name. And was I just doing it for the purposes of my CV? And the answer was yes. So I decided to leave my PhD because it just wasn't for me, and I'm graduating now with an MPhil, so it's kind of like half a PhD, I guess, in June. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Would you ever consider creating an ebook/workout program which incorporates all of your training styles? This is something I've been asked quite a few times, and something I've actually thought about quite a lot. But I'm thinking that if I wanted to do something like that, I'd want to make it really personal. So I'd want to get to know you. I'd want to get to know why you want to train, what kind of things you enjoy, so that it could be something really fun. Because I don't want to come up with like a cookie cutter program just for the sake of it, you know. Like I'd want to train you, or like help you enjoy your workouts. So I'd want it to be really, really specific. And also I wouldn't want it to be like a short-term thing, you know, because you guys know what I'm like. I'm not about short-term, I'm about long-term results and lifestyle changes. So yeah, so I don't know, I think that would only be feasible if people really want that. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys want it? Is the question. What are some good songs or playlists that get you ready to work out? I'm one of those people who listens to one song only until I kill it. So there's not like a single song that kind of gets me going. If I go onto my Spotify now, this song, Party by Chris Brown and Usher, has got me dancing quite a few times before going to the gym. How many reps should you do to build your strength, and does it imply muscle growth? She will also then ask how to increase muscle definition. Strength is usually when you're working in like the 1 to 5 rep range, will work your strength, because you can go as heavy as you can for very few reps. Does it imply muscle growth? Technically, because as strength increases, muscle growth will increase, but not really to a huge amount. Like if you notice some powerlifters, they're still very, very slight, so their muscles will be a lot denser. But obviously to work up to getting that strength, they will have built a little bit of muscle. And the same with building muscle and then becoming stronger. Again, you can get someone who has a lot of muscle, but isn't necessarily that strong. So yeah, it kind of implies that you're going to build muscle, but unless you kind of optimize for one or the other, like not a huge amount. How do you increase your definition? That usually comes with having like a reduced amount of body fat, but also you need to have some muscle. So if you want definition, you do need to have the muscle under there. And a lot of people will say that you just need to be in a caloric deficit. I think you can be on your maintenance calories and build muscle, and therefore change your body composition so you are more defined. So yeah, I think that's how I'd answer that one. Lauren Fitness asked, where do I see myself in 1, 3 and 5 years from now? That's such a difficult one. I hope that in a year I'm still doing what I do and love, which is making YouTube videos and reaching out to you guys. I hope in 5 years that my project, which is me launching my own startup, will be doing well in 5 years time. So I guess that's where I see myself, is working full-time on my own company. Yep. Like personal goals, like I really don't know. Like in 5 years time, I hope I don't have children. I don't think I'll be married. I don't know. Yeah, like in that kind of sense, I don't really know of anything that far ahead in the future. Paulie Verbeek said, what is something you like to snack on if you're craving something? Are you still studying? If so, how do you fit in the workouts? Good questions. If I'm hungry and I want to snack on something, what do I snack on? Oh, I'm probably gonna say something peanut butter related. But it really depends what we have. It depends where I am. So yeah, something with my powdered peanut butter because I'm obsessed with it, and also probably something with blueberries and raspberries because I'm obsessed with those. For studying and workouts, like the thing that I was always really like strict about was like my studies. And I wanted to be successful in both things, like working out and studying. And I think you can be, but you have to learn to prioritize. Like when it comes to exams, it doesn't matter like whether I'm gonna put on weight or whatever. Like I need to succeed in those exams, and I sacrifice everything for it. Like I don't go out, and most likely, like I don't train. I know some people say, oh, it's good if you train, gets your mind off things, stress, blah, blah, blah. For me, it doesn't work. Like, for me, if I wanted to, every time I had exams, I would just focus on my exams. And that meant that I didn't worry about training. I didn't worry about what I was eating. I didn't worry about anything else other than preparing for my exams. And I think that's something that I know a few of my friends struggled with, because they were like, oh, but I'm gonna like put on loads of weight, or I'm not gonna like train properly or whatever. And the thing is, like, who cares? Who cares if you put on a bit of weight over your exam period? Like, you have the rest of your life to train as much as you want, but you don't have the rest of your life to get that degree that you studied for. So that's just how I saw it. And and it worked for me. I got the grades that I wanted, and then afterwards I just got myself back into shape. Like, my body will always be there, but the opportunity to study and get like a good qualification won't. And I knew that, and I think it's just important to be able to prioritize and know when to prioritize and make those sacrifices. Another question that I've been asked quite a lot by quite a few of you, so it's not like a specific question, is how to lose fat off particular areas, like how to lose thigh fat, how to lose fat on your arms, how to lose fat around your stomach. Honestly, you can't. Like, you can shape by lifting weights, but you can't lose fat off a specific area. You will lose fat wherever you lose fat first. For me, I lose fat first on my upper body. That's why my arms are quite lean. But I carry fat on like the lower back, inner thigh, and that's the last place to go. And I can't target fat loss. So in answer to all of those like areas that you want to lose fat from, you can't lose fat from a specific area. You'll lose fat from wherever you're genetically disposed to losing fat. If you do want to lose fat in general and maybe change the shape or change the appearance, then it would be to just start lifting weights and start gaining some muscle, so that the more muscle you have, the more calories you'll burn day to day, and therefore the more your body composition will change, so you'll have less fat on your body anyway and you will appear leaner. Jenna Phillips asked, what are your views on alcohol? Do you drink it? Also, what are your diet like on rest days? Do you continue to eat the same way, or do you consume less? Okay, so the quick one is the last one. What's my diet like on my rest days? Same as always. I do not reduce calories on my rest days. Rest days are a period of recovery, so effectively if I was eating less, I'd be hindering my body for recovery. So I always make sure that I eat just as much on a rest day as I would any other day. And what are my views on alcohol? Do I drink it? Okay, so my story with alcohol, Mum, I'm really sorry if you're watching this. I started drinking when I was 13. Every weekend I was getting drunk, going to house parties. And then when I was 16, I realized that I wanted to do medicine. And I was like, oh no, now I need to start like working hard, getting to grips with my life, blah, blah, blah. So I stopped entirely. And one reason was obviously all of the studying. And another one was because alcohol had calories in it and I didn't want to put on a weight. So I stopped drinking. Since the age of 16, like I think I must have got drunk maybe 3 times, and I don't really drink because I don't really enjoy the taste of alcohol. Just because I don't drink, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, a lot of my friends drink around me, and that's completely fine. And to be honest, like, I get just as excited as them. They think I'm drunk. So yeah, that's like my story. In terms of alcohol, like, I think once in a while is completely fine. Again, like, everything in moderation. If you are like binge drinking like 3 times a week, 4 times a week, that's probably too much, and it does hinder your ability to grow muscle. But if you're having like a couple of, like, maybe a drink, like a glass of red wine a day, or like however you want to play it in moderation, I think it's fine, and it should definitely be worked into a healthy diet. Glassbox asked, do you do all the video editing, or is there a team behind all of this? No, it's just me. I do all of the filming and editing and planning, whatever, for the videos. If it's like an edit, Mario usually films me in the gym, because I can't do the moving shots on my own, even though I wish I could. And then I do all of the editing, and I get him to check like towards the end if I haven't missed anything out, because some of these videos take a really long time and you can get so absorbed into that project that you miss something that might be really obvious. So yeah, predominantly me with some help from Mario. If you wanted to know what video editing software I use just use iMovie. I do really want to invest in Final Cut Pro, but kind of broke at the moment, so yeah, it's all on iMovie and has been since I started my channel. I'm probably going to end it there. So thank you so much for all of your questions. I hope that you guys feel like you know me a little bit more. But yeah, it was really fun answering them. I'm sorry I didn't get to answer all of your questions. If there are some that I've seen that I see again, then I'll just directly answer your question. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.